It is a brisk night in the Midwest as we bring you football from Paul Brown Stadium in the Queen City, Cincinnati, Ohio. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And we are underway from Cincinnati. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. For the first time with Najee Harris. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. These two teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-zip. First carry now for Justice Hill. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll go option to the short side. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Dances by him, and he's got room. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
48 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Burrow on play action. That goes out wide to Murray. It is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
6 yards left on 2nd down.
Big 13. Gotta go.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Latavius Murray, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Here's Hill again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Hill. And this play is going nowhere as he dives to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They'll hand it off now. Hill. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. Here's Hurts to throw. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later, hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Well, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. This defense for the Steelers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie. Play action. Here's Hurts. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Pistol. Here's Hill. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Here's Hill again on 2nd down. And this is going to be a Steelers 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They find some open field here. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Anthony McFarland, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
Well, it certainly is because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Burrow now off the bootleg. This goes out wide for Mixon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Under 10.
Murray. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Latavius Murray with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground with Hill. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
2nd down, here's an option right. There's the pitch to Hill. And some space here. And they will finally get to him down at the Bengals 22. 85 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On the give, this is McFarland. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. On the handoff, it's McFarland. And a short gain here down to the 22. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. For the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Hurts. And this one dropped in the end zone. Oh, looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it a second down. Again, it's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. He gets this one to Boyd. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. He will find his man Chase complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 67 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Latavius Murray on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. They begin the drive with McFarland. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Anthony McFarland with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. A short and a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. On 2nd and 9, Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. He finds his running back, Mixon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Once again, they run with Mixon. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 94 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And shutting him off, now open field. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Bengals come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Again, McFarland. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Gets this to his running back. That's Jalen Samuels. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
On first down, McFarland. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. McFarland once more. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Here we go. 180. He can't hang. He's not getting. Gotta go.
But they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit him. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4. from the gun. He'll hand this off. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. Check.
Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. He will push his way down to about the 14. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The end result was brute force on brute force, but think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll go option to the short side. A pitch back. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Well, let's see where they turn on 3rd and goal from the 5. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Give to the fullback. This is wide. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Bengals are going to get the football back. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
11 MT tight. 11 MT tight.
They'll stay on the ground, mixing again. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Gun. Stop. 180. 11 Thomas.
45. Mike, 45. It's outfield. It's outfield.
Now it's Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And some room to roam now. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big play there on the screen pass.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
Time to ground it out now with Murray. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the visiting Bengals who came away with a victory in that one, so they'll look to take the season series now here at home in Cincinnati.
Again, it's Murray. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
But you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Cincinnati, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So for our